Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks. And here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's a Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Good morning, people. Happy Monday. Oh, here we are, another week. Natch, how are you doing, sir?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Yeah, not too bad. Do you have a good weekend?
Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm.
What did you do? Anything special this weekend?
I went with my kids to the Casa Museo Ratoncito Pérez.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
there's a tooth fairy museum. Well, not the tooth fairy, right? The Ratoncito. Really? Is this a thing? How am I learning about this now, man?
Yes, in the center of Madrid, in Calle Arenal. Yeah.
Oh, man, now I want to go and see the museum of Ratoncito Pérez. What did I do this weekend? You know, a whole hell of a lot of nothing. I'll tell you what I did do Friday. So I had the best intentions Friday. Alberto Alonso came around the office. He was doing some recording. I thought, okay, we'll go for a quick beer with Alberto to celebrate finishing filming a lot of his shows. Oh my God, Natch. I was so drunk when I got home. So that ruined Saturday. Saturday was ruined because of terrible hangover. Anyway, more of that later, guys. Hey, if you want to join us live on the show, you can do that. Twitch.tv/professional bohemian. That's Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. Or you can interact with us outside the show on my Instagram at Professional Bohemian. All right, let's see what's coming up in the show. In the second half of the show, I ask 100 humans what bosses look for in potential employees. And then in Complete the News, we're going to look at some facts and figures about New Zealand. It's a lot more funnier than it seems. And then we're going to look at how a man protested gun laws in the States, in Maryland, to be exact. But all that fun, my friends, coming up in the second part of the show. In the first part, we've got a delicious, unpopular opinion for you about human cloning. Do you have any particular feelings on human cloning, Natch?
No, not really.
Yeah, no, me neither, man. Could be a way to sort the problem out on the planet. You know, the population issues that we're having. Who knows? Either way, we're going to get to that in the second part of the show. Also, we have, well, you know what? Let's not waste any time, friends. I'm here, you're here, Natch is here. Let's take a look at what's going on in the world. First of all, let's see what's happening in the chat specifically. We have Nessa Finessa here. She says hello. Min says good morning. Born to Iron Man. Good morning, folks. Long time no see. Born to Iron Man. We missed you around here. Hopefully you got some rest over the weekend, man. I did a little bit, thank you, man, a little bit. But not enough. I'm never getting enough. The drinking was a bad idea. I should have just, you know, Natch, I should have stayed, I should have gone home like a good boy at like 5. Having finished editing my the TV show that I'm editing, I should have just gone home, put my feet up and rested. But instead, I got wasted. That's what happens when you got Irish friends, man. Guess that answers that, says Min. Yeah. So other than Saturday being ruined, I did have a relaxing Sunday. Actually, you know what? I spent my time, Natch. I spent all day Sunday making reels and short videos because I punish myself. That's how I punish myself. I punish myself with my own projects. Anyway, so let's see. Some Spain news, Natch. Some good news about Spain. Are you ready? The 9 hours in which Spain made 100% renewable energy. So 100% of what Spain consumed in one day, in 9 hours, was generated by renewable energy. Well done, Spain. Can we get a round of applause? Is that a thing we can do? Well done, Spain. Well done to you. Yeah, true story. This is from El País, the English version, to be honest. On a single Tuesday, mainland Spain produced more renewable energy than it needed for a 9-hour period from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., marking a significant achievement in the country's green energy efforts. This milestone, which occurred on a typical weekday when energy consumption is higher, was enabled by an increase in photovoltaic and wind production and a significant push towards renewable energy resources. Well done. Natch, my question, why are the goddamn power bills still so high? You know, is the sun charging us, Natch? Is Mother Nature charging us? What company do you use? Can I ask?
To be sincere, I have no idea.
Okay.
My wife does.
I need a Mrs. Natch. Can I get Mrs. Natch in my house, please? Dude, I use Ola Luth. Last month, I paid €168 for my light. €168. The month before that, it was like 80. I honestly believe Mother Nature is just charging the Spanish government. I think that's what's happening. Good question, says Nessa. Exactly. Why are power bills not coming down when we are using more and more renewable energy, folks? It's a good question. If there's someone in the know out there, is it a temporary thing while they put in place new technology? Is it a temporary thing? Or are you just gonna price gouge us until the day we die? Can someone just answer that question? I would be mighty grateful. But you left the toilet light on that night. No. I'm paranoid about that crap now. I turn everything off. I walk around my house before I leave the house like a prison guard patrols a prison, just turning off light switches. I'm just terrified of another big hack. Because see, when that power bill's too high, that means, I have to make a choice between food and cigarettes. No one wants to make that choice. Food doesn't always win. Increased prices are never a temporary thing, says Min. True story. True story. They lift the prices 200%, then reduce them 50% and make you feel like you're getting a good deal. We've all seen that before, am I right? Okay, next. Let's take a look at Bud Light. Have you ever drunk Bud Light, Natch?
No.
It's essentially urine. It doesn't taste much of anything. Bud Light. Did you hear about the controversy they had?
No.
Well, they had a promotion with a transgender influencer, Dylan Mulvaney, and it led to Budweiser being somewhat ostracized by their fans. Not all their fans, but obviously some quite staunch right-leaning fans. Here we go. So let's get into the story. So that's a little bit of background. Have you ever heard the phrase "go woke, go broke"? Natch? No, okay. Good, Natch. I want to live in your world, man. Why is this kind of nonsense taking up residence in my head for free? So it's a phrase touted by the extreme right in the States that says if you uphold opinions, particularly opinions that go in contrary to what the extreme right believe, you are woke. And if you're a business that does that, you'll lose all your money. So go woke, go broke. Ugh. It saps my energy just talking about it. Anyway, Bud Light, how did they respond to this controversy, Natch? If you were Bud Light and a ton of your drinkers started abandoning your brand, what would you do? Just a genuine question, Natch. What would you do to win them back? What do you think?
Free beer.
Free beer. Free beer. Dude, and it's Bud Light. It's practically tap water anyway.
Yep.
So, what they did, they've redesigned their bottles. They've redesigned their bottles with camouflage print, Natch. Camouflage print. Camouflage. To make people think of war. Look, man. If those right-wing dollars mean so much to you, Budweiser, you go after it. Yeah, why am I highlighting this new story? Because I find the whole rigmarole kind of amusing. The outrage from the right, as well as Budweiser's freaking out onto how to solve it. But here's a question, Natch. If all the bottles are camouflage, how the hell are we going to find them? Oh, dude. Imagine you just put your bottle of beer down on the floor, you go camping. Oh, where's it gone? Camouflage, so cool, says Min. Yeah. Nessa, check out the tarifas, Tarifa Ultimo Recurso. We've noticed it a lot. Oh, I will check that out. Could you send me that in a private message, Nessa, so I don't forget? I would appreciate that. Thank you. You're basically a veteran after drinking Bud Light. Yeah, that's true. Drinking Bud Light now gives you veteran status. Can we get a ProBoh approved?
ProBoh approved.
That was from Min. Good for you, dude. I don't get it. I don't get the outrage about Dylan Mulvaney as a brand ambassador for a start. I don't get the outrage. But obviously, you know, people are very precious. And then I also don't get the reaction from Bud. I mean, okay, they're losing a ton of market share, and they need to reach back out to that particular demographic, militia fighters, and they've made camouflage bottles. There you go. When they go into war, Natch, they can drink with peace of mind, knowing that no one's going to spot them because of their transgender bottles, I guess. Camouflage. Well done, Bud. Okay, let's continue. This next one is actually a piece of news from. This next one's a piece of news from last week that I didn't fit into the show. It's about a Texas professor, from Texas, who failed more than half of his class after ChatGPT falsely claimed it wrote their their papers. Let me unpack that. So a Texas professor, obviously setting work for his students, he asked, this is how he did it, this is how he checked, Natch. He cut and pasted the homework, these essays, into ChatGPT and said, did you write these? And ChatGPT said yes. Here's the thing, Natch. You can paste anything into ChatGPT, ask if it wrote it, and it'll say yes. We're going. I think there's a panic. I think there's a great panic right now around AI. But this is a genuine news story. This was from Business Insider, I believe. A Texas professor failed more than half of his class after ChatGPT falsely claimed it wrote their papers. A professor at Texas A&M University failed over half his class using ChatGPT to determine if students used the software to write their papers. This led to the university withholding their diplomas. Jeez Louise. I mean, there are checkers out there, things that will check if ChatGPT wrote an article or wrote a particular block of text. I'm not sure how reliable they are, but definitely what I can tell you guys is if you want to check if ChatGPT wrote something, don't ask ChatGPT because it will claim authorship of pretty much anything. Okay. Let's see. Min says, because the alt-right in the US is full of what they say they hate. They're all snowflakes. Ooh, hot take. Hot take, I love it. It's true, though. It's true. Like, the right say that the left are too overly sensitive, which they are sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say they're not. Like, I'm a beautiful cloud floating in the middle of the two extremes, guys. So the left are too sensitive, and the right claim to be tough guys, but they're the most sensitive. I don't like it that they got an influencer that I don't like. I'm never buying Budweiser again. Next week, walking past the Walmart shelves. Oh, look, it's camouflage now. I think I'll get that. ChatGPT is just taking all the credit, says Min. Yeah, exactly. ChatGPT is a liar. Fancy that. It is. The worst part of these large language models is not that they lie, is that they lie so confidently. You know what I mean? They're like the Donald Trump of chatbots. They just lie with an amount of confidence that makes you doubt, you know, whether to believe them or not. Always double check facts you get from a large language model. That's my advice. And that's all we've got for the news today. So we covered, what did we cover? We covered the 9 hours that Spain didn't do the impossible, but certainly made inroads into 100% renewable energy in the future. That was on a single Tuesday. a 9-hour period of all our energy here in Spain, because we produce a show from Spain, being generated by the sun and by wind. Awesome. But Bud Light taking a swift right turn and making their bottles camouflage. Good for you guys. And a Texas professor who just failed a bunch of people falsely. This is why we need education in AI, how it works, how you should use it, how to react to it, because people are going a little nuts, I believe. Okay, so on that note, my friends, we're going to go to an unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Okay, my friends, it's unpopular opinion time, and today's a good one. Today, well, first of all, what is an unpopular opinion? An unpopular opinion is a brain fart, un pedo cerebral, un pedo mental. I share it with you on my social networks. You guys get to opine on it there on my Instagram, at Professional Bohemian on Instagram. Sorry, my bad. I'm just trying to find the results of the poll. Here it is. By the way, I shared pictures, Natch. I shared pictures of the ProBoh elves happily working in the the writer's room. Yeah. So if you're interested in that, go and find it at Professional Bohemian, pictures of the elves doing their work. So here we go. Human cloning is a good thing. That's the unpopular opinion for today. Human cloning is a good thing. How do you feel about human cloning, Natch?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Bad. Okay, well, how do you think people voted?
They said false.
They said false. You think a lot, I imagine, no? Because you seem to have strong feelings about this, Natch. I'm excited to unpack this. So, yeah, you're right. You're very right. 100% right, in fact. 79% of the people who voted on Instagram said false. Human cloning is not a good thing, you bald monster. They didn't say you bald monster. I did that for emphasis. Pardon my French, but ChatGPT is the current HAL 9000. Yeah, maybe. Born to BTI. Okay, let's continue. So, human cloning is a good thing. So, I daily share these unpopular opinions, these pedos mentalis, these pedos cerebralis, these rayadas. You guys vote, but the actual final decision is made right here in the chat with our live viewers. If you want to be a live viewer, you go to twitch.tv/professional bohemian. So here we go. The elves, the very, very happy enslaved elves, prepared some pros and cons for us. So, agreeing with the statement that human cloning is a good thing. Cloning could lead to significant medical breakthroughs, such as creating organ donors or curing genetic diseases. It could also allow scientists to better understand human development and diseases. Sounds like a very good thing, Natch. Just saying. Infertility solution. Cloning could provide an alternative for people who cannot conceive naturally or through conventional medical procedures. You know? Now, you take a little bit of person A, a little bit of person B, you smash them together, and a little baby is made. Smash them together in a different way, I mean. Not the traditional baby making way, the other way. Seems great. The elves did good work today. Lifespan extension. So to extend your lifespan. In theory, human cloning could be used to replace or repair damaged cells or tissues, potentially extending the human lifespan and improving quality of life. And while ethically complex, this is a good one, here we go. While it's ethically complex, cloning could provide a way for individuals to cope with the loss of a loved one by, wait for it, creating a genetic duplicate. So there you go. Those are what the elves consider the most, the pro points, the argument in favor. In the con column, ethical issues. Human cloning raises significant ethical questions, including concerns about individuality, identity, and the potential for exploitation or coercion. Cloning techniques are not yet perfected and can lead to significant health issues for cloning, including developmental issues, premature aging, and susceptibility to disease. Relying on cloning could decrease genetic diversity, which is key to the overall health and resilience of the human species. And finally, cloning could lead to unforeseen social consequences, such as class division between clones and non-clones. Dude, is it just me, Natch, or did the elves get... have the elves been watching too much sci-fi? Or unrealistic expectations and pressures placed on clones. Okay, there you go. So maybe we clone a bunch of people and the clones rise up. I love Star Wars too. Elves. Okay. So, Natch, I'm going to come back to you. Why do you not think cloning is... What is your main problem with human cloning?
I don't know. I simply don't like it. Play like...
Te da grima.
Yes.
It makes you kind of find it a little bit gross. Mm-hmm. But does the argument that we could actually create kind of life-saving organs? I just grow Natch a new liver. You know, we go out, we drink too much Natch. You got liver problems. I grow you a new liver, no problem.
Maybe for creating new organs. Maybe. Mm-hmm. That would be nice. But the whole human body, no.
You don't like it. You don't like it. I mean, you know what? I feel like religion plays a big part in this for people. Because if I can create an exact duplicate of you, which one of you, do you both have a soul? Is it identical? Do you share the same soul? The souls not exist, which is obviously the answer where I would land. I mean, it creates complicated questions in religion, in a religious sense. Let's see what people are saying. Min says, full-size cloning is probably bad. I imagine it would actually be used to grow limbs and organs that can then be used. Coralism is here. Good morning. It's scary. Human cloning could create a market for designer babies where individuals could be cloned for specific traits or purposes. You say that like it's a bad thing, Coralism. Dude, can I control how much this baby's going to cry? Or poop? You know? Natch, if you had the choice to design... Say there was a baby Natch 3.0, okay? If you could design it, would you? Like, if you could pick the sex, pick the eye color, pick the level of intelligence, pick the stamina and endurance, would you?
No.
You prefer it to be a raffle? Mm-hmm. All right, there you go. I mean, I can't answer questions on parenthood because I don't have any children. But all I'm saying is, if I can, like, genetically give my kids superpowers, dude, have at it. Can you make it fly? Dude, absolutely. You guys you're not thinking this through. Okay. Vero is here. Cloning is scary. It should only be used for medical goals. Try to find cures for different illnesses. Oh, that's a great point. Guys, you're doing great work today. In fact, you guys are taking it so seriously, it lets me cut loose a little bit, and I appreciate that. Main God, I hate the idea of creating a clone of someone just because they passed away. That's never going to be the same person anyways. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's interesting, right? Would it be the same person if you could, in an instant, transfer every single memory into that person's brain? The reason I'm doing this question today is I'm reading a book on a theory of consciousness, and it posed a very similar ethical question to the reader. Hence, I'm posing it to you. I find it fascinating, this subject. The idea of individuality and consciousness. Okay, let's continue. Nessa, I'm with cloning some parts of the body, but not human beings. We're not prepared. Born to Iron Man, cloning is not about science, but ethics. Yeah, true story. True story. I mean, it is quite a lot about science. You can't clone people like a tree. You can't just graft a limb on. I mean, it's quite a lot about... But yeah, the real question here is an ethical one. Born to Iron Man, and you're quite correct about that. In fact, can we get Born to Iron Man and the whole gang a super ProBoh approved?
ProBoh approved.
Don't know what you guys have had for breakfast this morning, but you're doing great work. Min, I think full-body cloning for organs is a very slippery slope. Is there ethical differences between that and randomly picking babies to be used as organ donors throughout the rest of their life. Yeah, true story. You're right. A perfect baby sounds great. Actually, says Coralism. Exactly. Dude. You know what I mean? We live in a society where people inject collagen into their lips or botulism into their face so they don't wrinkle so much. Botox, sorry. Or put silicone in our bodies. You know. I mean, look, let's not pretend augmenting ourselves is so alien to human beings. I'm just saying, you know, hey, let's reach out, take it one step further. I do have some other comments to read that people sent me on Instagram. Guys, thank you so much for interacting with this inside and outside the show. Guys, I will post a poll. The topic is, human cloning is a good thing, true or false? You will tell me during the break, friends, so many things you could have been doing today. But instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with me and Natch, and it means the world. Friends, see you soon. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, PROBOH. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the one and only ProBoh Show, coming to you live. If you're one of the lucky people joining us live, it's currently 9 a.m. Central European Time. How are you doing out there, friends? Oh my God, we're having a hell of a morning, my friends. We're having a hell of a morning, or at least I am. Thank you for joining me. A lot of action in the chat today. Let me tell you what you missed out on if you're just tuning in. How are you doing? You missed out on... well, we found out about Spain actually achieving a renewable energy goal on a single Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. All our energy was created by renewable means. Amazing. Then we spoke about Bud Light, the controversy with the far right. That appears to be a really important section of their market. And how they've reacted to that. Then we spoke about a Texas professor who wrongly failed over half of his class after using or suggesting that they used ChatGPT to write their papers. And obviously they didn't, so it sucks to be them. Then we moved on to an unpopular opinion, my friends. Oof, and what an unpopular opinion it was. Human cloning is a good thing, I said. Ooh. They said 79% of people on my Instagram said false. Well, what did you guys think? Did my flippant attitude did it convince you that it's a good thing, or did it not? Before I get into the results of the poll, for those of you guys that are listening, I would like to take a very quick look at some messages I was sent on this issue. Our very own Nessa said, "Playing God is never a good idea." What was it that Jeff Goldblum says? That famous quote from Jurassic Park, "Nature finds a way," or something. Yeah, I mean, playing God, is it? I mean, if we're really going to play God, you know, we'd just do nothing. Being a couch potato is playing God, you know, in my mind. What's God doing right now? Hey, Natch, do you know what God's doing right now? No idea, right? You know, maybe we're playing God right now. Who knows? I find that a weird expression, playing God. You know what I mean? It imposes upon me a belief in a being that I don't believe actually created anything. But there you go. Jonah says, human cloning raises profound ethical concerns about identity and dignity. We risk turning human life into a product. Let me tell you something, Jonah. Welcome to 2023. Human life is already a product. Not only your life, your attention, like everything about you, is being picked clean for our corporate overlords. Welcome. Have a nice show. Happy Monday, dude. Mia, if cloning can create organ matches and save lives, I'm all for it. But it should be tightly regulated to protect people from exploitation. Yeah, really good comment. Guys, Nessa, Jonah, Mia, you guys, some amazing comments from the guys there. So have you changed your mind at all, Natch? Are you a little bit more friendlier in your attitude towards cloning? Have I done my job today?
No.
You know, you got to, you come for the show, you stay for Natch. That's my opinion. All right, so here we go. Let's read what people were saying in the chat. Rob introducing the paradox of the ship of Theseus to the human mind and body. Yeah, do you know the ship of Theseus paradox?
No, I don't.
Okay. So, there is a ship. The ship of Theseus is in a museum, right, Natch? And it's the original ship that Theseus stood on. Okay, he was there. He stood on these boards, these metal boards. This is his ship. But slowly, over time, the boards and the wood starts to erode. So bit by bit, they start replacing the boards of wood that start eroding. At the end, not a single piece of wood that was the ship of Theseus remains. My question to you, Natch, is it still the ship of Theseus?
I don't know.
You know? Are we a combination of all our independent parts, or is it important that our independent parts are us? They were grown and, Remember we had Alessandro on the podcast who said, I would never accept an organ donation. For the same reason, he's probably one of those people that would say, as soon as you change the first plank on the ship of Theseus, as soon as you change the first plank, then it's no longer the same thing. It's different. It's not the original. Okay, let's continue. Nessa, are we sure a human being hasn't already been cloned? Just asking. Wow, great comment. Great comment. No, we're not sure. We would never know. Maybe there has been a clone. Oh, man. Okay, I want to make some comments there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be a good boy. Let's see. Let's continue. Imagine walking into a hospital and seeing a baby carrot in one of those breathing machines, only for it to turn out to be a mini Trump. Wah, wah, wah. That one's from Min. Thank you, Min. Emily's joining us here. How are you doing? Are you implying that this show will put them... Oh, come on. Min is saying... For our American listeners, this is very late in the evening. So I should tone it down, right? To help them sleep. It's nice to see you, Min. Emily says, the theory is that behaviors and mindsets are learned. The clones won't have the same personality. And she also says, we can play God right now. Do you think if there was a clone of Natch, it wouldn't be the same as you? There are certain things that would be the same. There are some genetic markers about behavior, I believe. But your experiences, it wouldn't share. It would require your memories to be a copy, in my mind. Cloning parts of the body to make matches and organs is super good, says Emily. I agree. Nessa says, okay, then I'll say playing to think we control absolutely everything, as you don't believe in God, is dumb and arrogant. Yeah, that's true story. Can we get Nessa for Nessa? ProBoh approved.
ProBoh approved.
Contributes everywhere, man. She's the best. By that logic, the USS Ronald Reagan is the reclamation project of use of the ship hulls now sunk to the ocean. Well, I think I either read that wrong or it was written in a way that my brain is finding it impossible to read. But yeah, I mean, the ship of Theseus is a fascinating thing. Like, at what point in replacing its parts is it no longer the original? At what point? Or is it always the original, even though the parts are replaced? You know? Where is the seat of human consciousness? Natch, what is the thing that makes you you? Would you receive a heart transplant if you needed one?
Yes, I would.
All right. Okay, I like to hear that. Yeah, me too. I think for most rational people, right, the seat of us, ourselves, is the brain, right? It lives in the brain. So if we cloned, like, the Natch, the Oracle is now 1,000 years old, right? But your body is at a point where it's on its last legs. There is an option, Natch, is we can clone the Natch and create a 20-year-old version of you and then proceed with a brain transplant. Would that so we will put your brain in a clone body. Would you do that?
I don't know. It's difficult. Okay, because I would do that, but I don't think it would be a good idea for the mankind.
Okay.
At the end,
But you would do it. Me too. I would do it.
Yes.
Dude, I would do it. But is it still you? The ship of Theseus, is it still you? I mean, I think we as humans consider that the brain is the part of us that is us, right? This is a whole other debate we're having now. Human cloning, is it a good thing? Well, you know what? I asked you, and through the break, you gave me your answers. Can we get a little drum roll, Natch? Human cloning's a good thing. 67% said false. Rob would do anything to have hair again. I would. Just put me back. Create a clone of me, and we'll just do. I'll just do a hair transplant, and then we can flush the rest of it down the toilet. I don't care. They raided the USS Constellation while it was being decommissioned and slapped it all into the USS Ronald Reagan. Okay, I understand. So the USS Ronald Reagan is more of a different ship. I get you. Yeah, the ship of Theseus argument, I find it a fascinating thing to talk about. Because you really get a good idea of where people stand on this position of who we are as humans, or, you know, what it takes for a thing to be a thing. And I love that. It's a very big question. So 67% of you said false. So look, I'm wrong. It's not a good thing, Natch. It's not a good thing to grow organs to give to sick people. It's not a good thing. You monsters. No, I understand. It's a difficult subject. If it wasn't a difficult subject, it wouldn't be easy to talk about. I mean, think back to what the elves said. Relying on cloning could decrease genetic diversity. It's a true thing. It's a true point, right? You know, would you be yourself if they could clone you and give you, swap brains, swap minds, but or swap bodies? I guess it would be, right. It would be more like a body transplant than a brain transplant. If our brain is us, so if you could get a brand new body, would it still be you? You know, if you could clone yourself, why would you do it? What would be the purpose in that? Would you want to, would you want to create a workforce? Is that fair for clones? Would clones have rights? There are a lot of difficult issues here to be addressed. And the elves also said that what a great way, it would be a way to cope with loss. Imagine child mortality. You could just create another copy of that child, but is it really the same child? Would it really help? I'd argue that not. Would have its own complications, and then growing up as an adult, understanding where it came from, would be a huge barrier to overcome, I think. So yeah, I kind of agree with you today. I'm grey on this argument, because human cloning is not just about creating organs or designer babies or fixing genetic illnesses. It's about much more than that. It's about much, much more than that. There are a lot of heavy ethical issues to discuss. So well done, guys. 67% of you false. Human cloning is not such a good thing, apparently. Okay, let's go to 100 humans. Oh my God, friends. Oh my God. It was a long walk to work today, across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys. And on that walk, I encountered 100 humans, and I asked them all a question. Today I asked them, name a quality a boss looks for when hiring a new employee. Name a quality a boss looks for when hiring a new employee. I asked them that question. They gave me their answers, friends. I have the top 7 answers right here. Your job is to identify those top 7 answers. All right, Nat, you ready? You've been practicing this weekend? Going out speaking to humans? Okay, what do you think? What quality does a boss look for first when hiring an employee?
Being punctual?
Punctuality. Is it there? I'll tell you what, it's not here in Spain. Is it there? No, it's not. Although I will tell you, as someone who's done interviews for people to fill in certain roles. If they've arrived late, the interview is quick and I send them on their way. I don't dig it. It's just be respectful, It's the very least you could do. So, so punctuality is not there. Great answer, though. A great answer. Let's see what other people are saying in the chat. I need to do some scrolling. Oh, more thoughts on cloning here. From here, we could go into the question, cyber bodies, our brains in a cyber body. Dude, I would do that. I mean, I don't care. It's not like I have the best body right now. I mean, it works okay. I'm not complaining. Touch wood, it stays functional. It's not it's not a Brad Pitt model. He's like Ferrari, and I'm a Skoda. All right. Anyway, let's continue. My God. Maybe you were dying of cancer, says Emily. Yeah, absolutely. Also, cloning doesn't instantly create another adult body. You basically have to raise it again from a baby state. Yeah, that's true. All right, here we go. So, Emily starts. She says, loyalty. Loyalty is a quality a boss looks for in an employee. Loyalty, but is it there? No, it's not. Woo! It's not there. All right, let's continue. Cheap. Cheap worker. Yeah, expense. Is it there? No, it's not, guys. I see all your energy is worn off from the first part of the show. So Min says qualifications. Qualifications can be broken down into several different things, Min. Oi! I can't accept it, because if I accept it, I would knock out 3 or 4 answers here. What gives someone qualifications? I'll say that. What would give someone qualifications for a particular job? All right. Coralism says productivity. Productivity. Is it there? No, it's not. Guys. Oof. I'm going to have to give you some clues here. Not pregnant. Come on, Emily. Not pregnant. It's not there. Come on. I'm not even going to look. A good atmosphere or a good vibe. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give Min that. Personality. Personality is there. So, yeah, an employee would look for a good personality. Or a good vibe, a good atmosphere, says Min. A good personality. It's 4th most popular answer, with 14 of 100 humans saying good personality. Okay, Nessa says a hard worker. A hard worker. It's not there. It's not there, sorry. Okay, I'm going to have to give you some clues. I will just sum up a few of the answers right here. Creativity is a great answer from Min, but it's not there. Certifications. Certification says, you know what? Education. I'm going to give it to you. Education. Well done. Jeez Louise. How do you get certifications, Natch? By educating yourself. So, we took it back a step. So, yeah, an employee would look for education when hiring a new employee. Very good. So that's the 5th most popular answer, with 10 of 100 humans. Clear and concise communication. From Emily. Clear and concise communication. You know what? That would say to me, confidence. If you communicate in a clear and concise way, Nat, you're a confident human being, right? And you know what? Confidence is there. Well done. Well done, Emily, again. 5 of 100 humans said confidence. Well done. Let's see. Creativity. Being late to something like that is such a bad sign. Agreed. Agreed, Min. Tardiness is the number one least professional thing I hate getting... there is someone in this company that schedules meetings with me and either A, doesn't show up on time, or B, shows up late. Doesn't show up on time or doesn't show up at all. And it drives me up the wall. It's just the first thing that will make me lose respect for someone. Okay, let's see. Young age. age, said Nessa Young. Well, she does say here, experience. Experience. Among a few other things, she says experience. And experience is there, well done. 14 of 100 humans say experience. Well done, well done. So we've had experience, personality, education, and confidence. Okay. I meant study or past work experience. Well done, Min. Experience was there. Okay. Good hygiene, says Emily. Good hygiene. Yeah, I can't give you that. I can't give you that, Emily. It's adjacent to a correct answer. Coralism says something related to physical appearance, looking nice and clean. So we'll smush together Coralism and Emily's answer, and we'll say appearance, right? Appearance. And you know what, guys? It's there. Well done. So Coralie, Emily, with 27 of 100 humans, it's the number one answer. Okay, you've got 2 more to get, my friends. 2 more to get. That you're a human and not a dog in a coat. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, here we go. Team Spirit, says Rafelka. Great answer. Well, not there. Not there. All right. You've said, okay, there are 2 things. Number 1, there's the second most popular and the 6th most popular. The 6th most popular would involve, you want to make sure you hire an employee that can solve problems without having to bring them to you, right, Natch? They can see an issue and using their own blank, create a solution, right? That would be the ideal. That's at least the ideal with me. Someone who can, good communicator, all these things. But mainly they're good problem solvers. Okay, here we go. Min, Emily, both have an answer. What do you think, Natch?
I don't know in English. Resolutivo in Spanish.
Yeah, well, I was looking for intelligence. Well done, Min and Emily. A quality a boss looks for when hiring an employee, and there's just one more. You want to make sure they're not stealing from you. Or if there's a problem, they're not going to lie. What am I looking for, Natch?
Sincere?
Go on, I'll give it to you. Honest. Well done. Okay, very quickly, we're going to go down the list. We have independent from Nessa, Rafelka, resolute, Emily, not a criminal. Nessa, honest, guys. You're killing it today. All right. I asked 100 humans what quality a boss looks for when hiring a new employee. In position number 7, we had confidence. In position number 6, we had intelligence. 9 of 100 humans said that. In position number 5, we had education. 10 of 100 humans saying education. In position number 4 was personality. A good personality. They're not going to clash with other team members. In position number 3, experience. 14 of 100 humans said that. In position number 2 was honesty. 18 of 100 humans. And finally, in position number 1, englobing everything from good personal hygiene to appropriate dress wear, appearance. Well done. Well done to Coral and Emily. Killing it, guys. 27 of 100 humans said that. And with that said, let's go head first into Complete the News.
Complete the news.
Okay. Complete the news. I'm going to give you a news headline, un titular, but with some important information missing. I want you to complete the news, to find out what that information is. Okay, and you're going to do that by giving me an A, B, or a C. Now, I see there are many people watching, but not many people typing. Friends, this is your moment, because I only want you to write A, B, and C. No spoilers if you know the answer to this, so that everybody can play. Here we go. This is some news, Natch, coming from New Zealand, from rnz.co.nz. Some New Zealand news, my friend. The ratio, el ratio. It was a lazy. I know it was a lazy translation. Don't worry. The ratio of blank to people drops below. Se cae debajo de. Drops below 5-1 for the first time in 170 years. The ratio of blank to people drops below 5-1 for the first time in 170 years. But what? What ratio are we talking about? Is it A, bars, puffs, pubs? Is it B, sheep? Or is it C, guns? The ratio of blank to people drops below 5-1 for the first time in 170 years. But is it A, bars, B, sheep, or C, guns? Okay. I see a bunch of answers in the chat. What do you think it is, Natch?
Sheep?
You think sheep? I should have put hobbits in the list, shouldn't I? You'd have been really confused then. Abandoned movie sets. There are more abandoned movie sets, Natch, in New Zealand than people. Sheep. Yeah, because they are big in the sheep industry. Famously, a lot of sheep in New Zealand. I can tell you, Natch, that the chat agrees with you. In fact, only Rafelka said A, bars. I'll salute you, sir, for your bravery. All right, let's get a little drum roll. Maybe I've thrown you off. The ratio of sheep to people. Well done, well done. Well, that dropped below 5-1 for the first time in 170 years. The ratio of sheep to people in New Zealand has fallen below 5-1 for the first time since 1850s. According to a new 2022 agricultural production census by Stats New Zealand. Statisticas, stats. The national sheep population dropped by 2% from the previous year. Oh my God, save the sheep, Natch! Okay, guys, that's all we've got time for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. So many things you could have been doing. Instead of doing those things, you're here with me. It means the world. See you next time.